Hey everyone, welcome back to the Nerds in the Multiverse channel. Today we're breaking down every confirmed detail, report, and major rumors surrounding Marvel Studios' upcoming X-Men reboot, currently set for May 5th, 2028. This includes the team leaders, the rumored roster, casting buzz, the director and writing attached, villain plans, and the possible storylines this movie could explore. Let's get into it. One of the latest pieces of news that we have is that Cyclops and Jean Grey will reportedly be the co-leaders of the MCU's new X-Men. This marks a major shift from the past films where Wolverine or Professor X often took center stage. And Marvel seems to be setting up Scott and Jean as the emotional core of the mutant saga, highlighting teamwork, shared responsibility, and young leadership. And as we mentioned earlier, the current planned release date for Marvel Studios' X-Men is May 5th, 2028. This positions it right after Avengers Secret Wars and makes the film one of the first major pillars of the MCU's next saga, the era that many are calling the Mutant Saga. And here is the rumored roster for the MCU's first X-Men movie, which includes a mix of iconic characters and younger mutants. As I mentioned, this is a rumor. We don't know if this is the final roster, if there'll be different members, if some of these won't make the cut, or if we'll add in other characters, but right now this is what we have so far. Cyclops, Jean Grey, Angel, Beast, Gambit, Rogue, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, and Kitty Pryde. And it's even rumored that Mystique could be involved in this film, though her involvement may be more morally complex or tied to earlier mutant tensions. So we might even get the Brotherhood in this film as well. And this is a classic-inspired team with an emphasis on youth, diversity, and characters that Marvel can build long-term story arcs around. Now let's talk about the rumored casting choices for this film, because this is where the internet has gone wild. None of these are confirmed yet, but multiple insiders and outlets keep circling the same names. Let's start off with Cyclops Scott Summers. The name that has been most frequently and consistently named for this role has been Harris Dickinson, but also Jack Champion is another strong contender. For Jean Grey, the most mentioned name has been Daisy Edgar Jones, but Sadie Sink is an extremely popular rumor as well, and we know that she's going to be playing a character in Spider-Man Brand New Day, so we could potentially find out next July who she is and if she is going to be part of the X-Men team. Then, for the next few roles, we have only single names. For Kitty Pryde, we have Julia Butters as being the most eyed for this role. For Rogue, we have Margaret Qualley, and she's been heavily rumored despite her comments about not wanting to be attached to a large franchise. Then we have Mystique, and this is Hunter Schafer, which would be a bold but fitting choice. For Jubilee, the name that has been most mentioned is Trinity Jolie Bliss. And then we have Professor X. Now, there's been several people eyed for this role. It's said that they are going to be changing Professor X and Magneto possibly to people of color. So if they do go that route, these are the names that have been mentioned. Denzel Washington has been mentioned, but I have heard that he's going to be in Black Panther 3. And he's not going to be acting for much longer. He only has a few roles left before he retires. I don't know if Denzel will be the choice, especially if this is going to be the whole next saga of the MCU. But the other name that has been mentioned has been Coleman Domingo, and he's one of the highest profile rumors. These names point to Marvel targeting young, rising talent capable of carrying not just one movie, but an entire multi-film saga. On the creative side, we have the director for this film as Jake Schreier, and he was the director of The Thunderbolts. He will be directing this film. And even Black Panther director Ryan Coogler has publicly stated that Jake is directing the project, so this has been confirmed. Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige praised Schreier's work, especially his connection to younger characters, and he is a perfect fit for a youthful X-Men lineup. As for the script, it is rumored to be written by Michael Leslie, known for The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Assassin's Creed, and Macbeth, the screenplay. This duo suggests that Marvel wants a grounded, character-driven, emotionally rich reboot, something closer to the X-Men's roots. Also, two major villains have been repeatedly linked to this film and the broader mutant saga. Number one being Mr. Sinister, who is rumored to be the early main antagonist. And the second being Apocalypse, who is rumored to be the long-term franchise-level threat. Reports suggest that Sinister may be manipulating events behind the scenes in the first film, possibly experimenting on mutants or influencing the formation of the X-Men. Meanwhile, Apocalypse is believed to be the overarching villain, building slowly across multiple films, similar to Thanos in the Infinity Saga. So let's talk some potential storylines for the X-Men reboot. Based on the rumored roster, villains, and creative team, here are the most likely storylines that Marvel could adapt or pull inspiration from. Number 1 being Mutant Genesis or Sinister's origins. With Mr. Sinister rumored, Marvel could explore his obsession with genetics and mutant evolution, possibly tying Cyclops, Jean, or Gambit directly into his experiments. Then we have the original 5, a modern reimagining. The rumored inclusion of Angel, Beast, Jean Grey, and Cyclops hints at a modern teenage era reboot of the team's earliest days. We're just missing Iceman. Third, the Mutant Underground, early mutant rights movement. Mystique's reported involvement can point toward early tensions between mutants and society, setting the stage for the mutant registration debates. 4. Apocalypse Rising. Even if he's not the main villain, Marvel could tease Apocalypse's ancient history, technology, or horsemen planting seeds for future films. And 5th, the school-era X-Men. The rumored younger cast suggests Marvel may revive the classic X-Men, Xavier's school era, with personal stories, training sequences, and early leadership conflicts between Scott and Jean. And these arcs would allow Marvel to build a long-term storyline similar to scale to the Infinity Saga, but this time centered entirely on mutants. With all that being said, that is all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more Marvel content such as news, rankings, theories, lore videos, gaming videos, and more, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. Please comment down below your thoughts. Who do you think is going to be on the X-Men roster? What do you think the main storylines are going to be? I would love to know what you would want to see in the MCU. Also, for live updates, you can follow me on social media. I am on TikTok at Nerds of the Multiverse, on Instagram at The Nerds of the Multiverse. I'm on X at Nerds of the Mult1, and if you have not already, make sure you are subscribed to the Nerd Bros podcast. New episodes will be released every Tuesday at 6 p.m. But with all that being said, I love you 3000, and I will see you in the next video.